guys, welcome to the Funky channel again. I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers and all my and all my returning subscribers. Just want to say welcome. Thank you for all those people who's left me really nice comments, and also people that have been asking me where have you been, we miss your cooking, come back. Thank you so much. I'm back now. I've just been busy running the business and also doing this at the same time, so it hasn't been easy, but I just want to say thank you for all your honesty, and thank you to all my customers as well that have been loving my sauces and buying the sauces. I just want to say I'm grateful. Thank you. So today, guys, I'm gonna be making, on the chopping board I've got minced chicken, and I'm going to be making chicken nuggets. And the reason why I chose this recipe, I got some really nice chicken nuggets from Iceland. It was really nice. I thought, why not? I can do this instead of me buying it all the time. It's always good to make your own. So today I'm going to be experimenting. It's my first time, so please bear with me, and please leave comments down below. Let me know what you think of it. Thank you so much. Okay. So this is the minced chicken. I would show you the rest of the ingredients in a minute. Thank you. Stay tuned. In this bowl, as you can see, I've got 2 raw eggs that I'm going to be using later. On the chopping board, I've actually got a teaspoon of coriander, a teaspoon and a half of onion powder, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. On here, I've got 2 tablespoons of vegetable cooking oil, a half a teaspoon of white chili powder, and half a teaspoon as well of black chili powder. That's chicken powder seasoning. That's about a teaspoon and a half as well. Italian herbs. That's about a teaspoon and a half. That we're going to need 1 medium-sized onion. So I'm going to start by taking the skin off the potato so we can boil it. And whilst we're doing that, I just want to say, if there's any suggestions that you have of something that I can cook and put up on the show, because we're up and coming and we're growing, I'll please love you to share that with me. Any ideas, any thoughts? So yeah, thank you so much. I just want to say, this Saturday I'm going to be at the Oval Market. Sorry if there's noise on the background. I'm having my bathroom done. So that's why you're hearing a bit of drilling. I apologize, but it's got to be done. So yeah, thank you. So I'm just taking off the skin, and then I'm going to cut them into really small bits. Really tiny bits. Got a pot here that I've already washed. So I'm just going to show you how I'm going to cut them. So, just up to bite size. Small bite size. So it's easy for me to mash when I'm ready to use it. Yeah. So I hope you can see what I'm doing properly. I'm just cutting them into small cubes. Right, so stay tuned whilst we cook this. So as you can see, I've washed my potatoes. I'm going to put it on now to boil. And also, in the meantime, whilst I'm waiting for this to cook, I'm going to start dicing the onion and the chili pepper. So stay tuned. So this, I'm going to leave it on to boil for 10 minutes, because it definitely needs to really cook down. I know people say potatoes don't, they boil easily, but sometimes some potatoes they do take a bit longer. So this is going to be between let's say 8 to 10 minutes, but I'll let you know how long it took. Stay tuned. So as I mentioned, as I'm waiting for the potatoes to cook, I'm going to start dicing my chili pepper. So what I'm going to do with the chili pepper is I'm just going to take it bit by bit like this, and just dice them into small bits like this. I don't want to put it on, okay, let me put it on the chopping board so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to dice it like this. Into small bits, and then chop it up so it's into small fine bits. Please, if you're doing this, make sure you watch out for your fingers. Make sure your fingers are out the way, because it's easy to just slice your fingers whilst you're doing things like this, because one, the chili is very small and two, sometimes it's a bit slippery, you know, slicing things like this on your chopping board. I don't know about you, but I'm always careful when I'm using knives, because you know, knives are very delicate and dangerous, so we just have to be very careful. There's no rush in cooking. Take your time. Take your time. The less stress you are cooking, I think the better the food will come out. I think that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think, because I don't like rushing when I'm cooking. I like to take my time. I don't cook very often, but when I do, I just like to take my time. Yes, so having said that, I'm also going to start with the shallots. So with the shallots, I'm going to place it down on the chopping board and take off the skin. I love shallots. A lot of people don't use them, but I do. I love them. So I like it because it's sweet and it's not as stingy as normal onion. Oh my goodness, onions, they tend to want to blind you when you're peeling, taking off the skin, and I don't like that. I don't like that experience in my eyes at all, so I prefer to use shallots. So again, we're going to cut it into like small bits, just like so, and make sure your fingers are out the way, and just, you know, just mash it up like this with like the tip of your knife. Or if you want to use a big knife, you can, but I like using small knives. I don't like big knives at all. They scare me. I don't like big knives. So yeah, we just do that. It doesn't have to be in any particular form or shape, so long as they're small enough for you to like put them into like your mince, and not chew large bits of it when you're actually eating your chicken nuggets. So that again, I'm going to put into the same bowl as the chili pepper, and I'm going to repeat the same method with the other bit of the onions. Just put that in there. I'm only trying to get used to making English cuisine because I'm not really good at it, but I'm trying, you know. My origin is from Africa, and we don't really eat a lot of English food, apart from like the normal sausage and bacon and things like that. You wouldn't really find me like eating English food. Yeah, so yeah, let me know what sort of cuisines you like. I do like food, don't get me wrong. I like anything that tastes nice. I don't care where it's from. I don't care what country it's from. I like it so long as it tastes nice and is good quality food as well. So this is what we'll be looking for when we've done the shallots, when we've cut them into bits. So this is what I'll be looking for, that kind of shape and size. And now we're going into doing the onions. So with the onions, what I like to do is, I don't like placing it on the chopping board to chop it. I like to hold it in my hands like this. It's easier for me. The reason why I do that is because I don't want it to slip and cut my fingers. No, 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 no. Please, you do it how you're comfortable doing it. You know, if you're comfortable putting it on the chopping board whilst you're taking off the skin, hey, go for it. You know, we're all different individuals. We all have our different methods of cooking and how we prepare our meals. So with me, that's what works for me, and that's what I do. So once I've taken off the skin, I'll place it down on the chopping board, put the knife through like that, and just slice it down. That's easy for me. And also, I wouldn't start slicing it like this. I would place it down like that, so like face down, if you get what I mean, and then I'll start doing it like that, chopping it like that into bits. I have to be careful, and I have to really mind my finger when I'm doing this. I'm not one of those people who is so comfortable with knives and start chopping it like that. No way, I wouldn't do that because I'll just chop my fingers off. I'm going to take my time. If you're like me, let me know. If you're like me, if you like to take your time when you're cutting your things, or you're really like careful when you're handling knives, and you know, you take your time when you cook, let me know, because everyone's not the same. We're all different people. Just let me know. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to know what you think when you're slicing your onions or when you're handling knives. Some people like to do it quickly, some people just like to take their time, and I'm one of those people who like to take my time because I don't like a bloody finger. So yes, I'll push that to the side, push that to the side for now, and then this one, I'm not gonna chop it into bits. I'm only gonna cut it into like big bits, because when I'm blending the chicken mince, I'm gonna be blending some onions with it, and also I forgot to mention that I will be putting some garlic in it. So my garlic cupboard is right where I am. So I've just pulled out the drawer, and I'm going to be using 4 cloves of garlic. So just take off the skin, just like what we did with the onions and the shallots, and just place that with the mince. So stay tuned, guys. I will come back to you when I'm ready to blend the mince, and then I'll let you know what's gone in and what I'm going to be frying with the mince. Stay tuned. Thank you. So guys, as you can see, I've added the chicken mince to my Ninja Bullet, and I'm going to be adding the vegetable cooking oil to that. Right now, I'm going to leave it in there. I'm not going to blend it yet. I'll come back to you to let you know what we're going to be doing next. The potatoes is ready. I've popped it in the blender with the chicken. I've actually run cold water over it, so it's not hot. It's steaming, but it's not hot. I've left it to cool down, so I'm going to blend it up and mix it all together. So guys, I finished blending the chicken mince and the potatoes all together. I'm going to start adding those ingredients that I mentioned at the beginning. So that's the onions and the chili. And that's the onions. So I'm going to try and move my hand out the way so my hand is not in the way. That's the black pepper, garlic powder, onion bits, Italian herbs, white pepper, coriander, and the chicken powder. Right, so I'm going to mix all of this together. The reason why I decided to use potatoes is because I don't want to put flour in it. Sorry, there's a chunk of potatoes there. I'll take it out in a minute. That didn't blend properly, so that has to come. I'm going to put this to the side now. This is the Rice Krispie. This is the flour that I'm going to be dipping it in. We've got 2 large eggs, so I'm just going to crack those eggs. And I'm going to pop that in the sink. And then now what I'm going to do is I've got this plate and I've just dusted it with a little bit of flour, so when I roll the flour in my hands I could just stick it in there. So right now this is what I'm going to be doing. This is our mix. I've mixed it all together and this is what we got from it. So because there's not much space, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the egg here and I'm going to have the chicken minced there, and I'm going to try and show you how I dip from one to the other. So we'll just get these eggshells out the way. So this is my plate. You don't need to see this. This is the plate that I've dusted with like a little bit of flour, and this is the chicken mince. This is more important, and also this is like the flour. So sorry, pick up, roll, dip, dip, dip. that's the sequence that it's going to go in. So first of all, because I don't have a cutter, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up, just cut it out with my hand like so. Yeah, that amount. And I'm going to try and roll it into like a bowl. If I come across any, this is too big, it's too big. So if I come across any large bits like this from the potatoes, all you have to do is just pick it out and throw it away, because nothing is 100%. So just mold it in your hands like that. And remember, the thickening agent in this chicken mince is potatoes. I didn't put flour in there, although we're going to be rolling it in flour, so I just thought, you know, I didn't want to put too much flour in there. So put it in the egg, and it's going to be a bit messy, and pick it up firmly and mold it back together. And then once you dip it in the flour, it should be okay. It should be okay. So toss it in the flour like so, like so, like so, like so, like so. Make sure it's all coated in flour, and then we're gonna dip it back in the egg. So we just put some more flour on the side, if you can see properly. It's a little bit messy, but it will come out really good, trust me, trust me. So dust off any excess flour from it. Yeah, and just pat it down like that. Yeah, we've got our mold back. So pat it down, and then back in the egg, like so. You know, just get it all over it. Pick it up. It's a bit messy, but don't worry about that. Pat it back down and put it in the Rice Krispies like that, and coat it all around. I love the way it pops. So there we go. It's very messy, but just be patient, and this is what we would get. You know, we can add a bit more breadcrumbs before we put it in the oil. The Rice Krispies popping. Right, so I'm gonna pop it in the oil now, and stay tuned. So whilst that is cooking, I'm gonna repeat the same procedure. Right, so we're going to repeat the same procedure. Grab a handful. I'm not going to make it so big like the other one. The other one was a bit too big and it was difficult for me to pick up. So just have it like that. Dip it in, toss it round, pick it up, put it in the flour. You know, coat it all around. Just have flour coated all around it. And dust off all the excess flour. Dust it all off. Dust it all off. Yeah, we'll have it like so. And then pop it back in the egg. Toss it around. Pick it up. And just mold it into a ball again. It's a bit messy, but it's just dust off that, and then Rice Krispies, toss it all around. Then I'm gonna pop it in the oil and show you what it looks like. Yeah. So this is the one that I put in earlier. I'm gonna turn it the other way around. Look at this, nice and crispy. And this is the one I just put in 2 minutes ago. So stay tuned and watch to see the finished product of this chicken nuggets made from Rice Krispies. Stay tuned.